And we're back.
Welcome back.
Welcome everybody to Min to Max 20 to the arc wrap up of our journey to the Outskirts storyline. Yeah, we actually just finished up the old last episode. Kind of got things concluded, got things to a nice little bow tie, and so now we're just gonna kind of chit chat, talk about the arc. I'm gonna switch this music because damn. And then actually, yeah, switch it. Yeah, we're just gonna kind of discuss various things.
All right.
Various things of the arcs. We're gonna just answer any questions we might have in terms of characters, in terms of story, in terms of things. So, oh, is it because I don't have? Hold on, I'm just trying to see. There it is. Anyway, so Nathan, what's up, dude? Welcome.
Yeah.
Your first DM game, your DM story. Not quite a one shot, not quite a 6-shot.
Not even close.
A little bit more than that, but
Is this supposed to be a one shot?
Yeah.
when me and Nathan talked, I was like, "Yo, 4 or 5 episodes, right?" He said, "Yeah," and then
Dude, I don't know how to pace anything. Not
no,
yet.
exactly. And see, that's exactly that.
Have
Yeah,
you DM games before?
No.
that was his first time. I will say, so first time
Could have
DMing,
fooled me.
bro. First time DMing, and we had started with 4, lost Cameron pretty early, unfortunately, and then obviously with some scheduling stuff with David, kind of in and out, dude. So for the party and for the scheduling and for things that went down, dude, handled it with grace, handled it well. Hopefully your next party that you have running won't be so many weird complications, I suppose, but
Hopefully, I'm gonna be trying to run a game with some of my friends over at college that I'm living with.
nice.
So that should be fun.
This will be this is a good freaking trial run then before you get out
Yeah.
there. Dude, I have to know though. So first of all, bro, what was that third quest with the weirdos in the fucking tavern, dude?
All right.
Veal scared off. Veal went doing doing to the accordion, dude.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
So my intention for that, I was gonna drop you guys in the city. I had like the idea of what was going to be happening with like everything in the woods, and I was trying to. I wanted to like have multiple things that you guys could go do, and then I was gonna reorient you guys back to that. So I was gonna like, yeah, you could choose how you like went about finding out about all of this stuff.
Yeah.
Like, so they were mine workers, and I was gonna have you guys go through down there, and the idea was like they would have busted into the cavern.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, nice, dude. I was wondering about that because I was actually thinking about like how you were saying like all the different resources and stuff, and I mean there's mines and there's different things. That's pretty cool though. Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
I like how we went to. I think it worked out that we went to fucking homie's basement, and and if that gave us kind of a leg up later along the way, but
yeah, and you didn't even use one of the legs up. That sword, you never swung that sword.
Hey, in my defense, I was actually when I got dropped down pretty low hit points, I was gonna use it, but you teleported away, so that's on you.
Yeah, you're the reason why we didn't need to use it.
Oh yeah.
I'm actually gonna switch this over to tavern music.
But yeah, I mean, I gave you what?
So you got any DLC packs for us?
I got no DLC,
dude,
brother.
No
DLC quest, bro. What?
Well, I mean, I gave you the idea of like having your characters go back through and talk with the Myconids. But other than that, I haven't thought too much about beyond this.
That's
cool. I think that was a pretty cool, pretty scenic way to conclude it for the time being.
Yeah. I really enjoyed how that all went. I'm glad I could think of some way to where like I don't know, some sort of ramifications of all of everything that happened.
It was a nice little play.
Yeah.
That's exactly what these are.
I will say, Nathan, very dynamic combat. well
Yeah.
put together,
I appreciate
well,
that.
well rehearsed. Every role planned out.
Wait,
Yeah.
oh, dude.
Okay.
I was.
Nah, it was pretty cool. I enjoyed it.
It was pretty dope. Dude, did you just not know the dude's name, or was there a reason why H-Rock was not telling everyone that his name was Raziel Gordon? Did you not want to reveal that too early?
Well, he was just supposed to be like an elusive character within the city, and he like the steward. He's just supposed to like take care of the grounds. He's not really supposed to like talk about them.
Okay.
And so he was just like I don't. He was just trying to say
Do his
like
job.
follow, yeah, do his job, not necessarily like talk about the dealings of the wizard too much. So he was just trying to avoid it
But
if he could. But
did you know the name, or did you come up with it later?
I did know the name, yeah.
Oh, okay, that's what I thought. Dude, I thought the intro to the whole place was cool though, with like the kind of the parade or the what's it called?
The market.
The market and kind of coming into the city. I thought the city was built up pretty sweet.
Alright.
I wish Beal was actually there though. I feel like Beal could have been a really cool,
Right.
fun character. I feel like
Yeah.
we could have played into the whole skeleton a lot more instead of him just being kind of passed off as like oh, that's just a guy. We could have done a bit a lot more.
Funny.
Yeah.
joke.
When Cameron, I was trying to figure out how to like fit in like Buell's like need for discovery of like how he happened. I wanted to try and fit that in, but then once Cameron was just
Yeah.
continued not showing up, I was like, I just kind of dropped it. I was like, all right, yeah, he's basically just another character or another just like dude controlled by you, Jared.
Just
Yeah.
another funny meme character.
Nah, dude, Beal. I think the thing is, Beal still was. I feel like still a character. I tried to give him at least a little bit of life, of course.
No, it was cool. It was I liked it. I liked his character. It's unique, fun.
but,
Yeah, Buell was definitely cool. If only he had
Yeah, I was gonna say
his
the
own-
back. The
his
own
own character
volition.
to
Yeah.
play.
His own player.
Yeah, his own player.
His own player. But no, dude, the freaking, you didn't. I think you guys, you said it, but you guys didn't even coordinate the tainted hides in the beginning, right? For the Hadhad selling it and inquiring about that.
He didn't. Well, so Hadad didn't necessarily inquire about it. He just wanted to sell his hides, and I had like the idea of the corruption within the woods, and so I was like, oh man, this is a cool idea of how to introduce this. It's like,
thinking.
Yeah.
where he goes to the tannery and he's like saying, hey, you want these hides? He's like, wait, good hides?
Yeah. No,
Quality meat.
that was good.
Quality meat, good hides.
That was a good intro.
Yeah, I was happy with how a lot of that went. I as much as I feel like I did fine enough thinking on my feet, I do want to like actually flesh things out beforehand so that I can have things to work with instead of just trying to like short circuit during the session.
Yeah, I would definitely say, like, not to say you have to over prepare or do anything super crazy, but I will say, like, improv definitely takes a decent amount of time. Improv and then like understanding setting and just improv is something you definitely have to work on. Like you can be pretty naturally gifted, but improv is one of those things, especially like in D&D and in like tabletop and just like in fantasy setting. Definitely having a lot more DMing experience will build upon your improving.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that early stage of DMing, definitely doing some prep will definitely do a lot of the heavy lifting and help you. But as you DM more, you'll learn kind of, you know, what you need to flesh out and what you don't, because there's only so much you can do and there's only so much that you can know before the session begins, where the party starts destroying everything you've made. Or
Yeah.
Also
exploring.
depends on who you're playing with.
True.
And like I've been watching a few videos on just like how to have like a more open-ended campaign, and because I do really want to do like where more of a sandbox rather than like a strict story where you can pursue any sort of leads, and I just build off of that and just build in whatever direction that you guys want to choose instead of kind of just curtailing things back in on itself.
Right.
And one of the tips that I saw was like just get a few factions down, get like ideals and things like that for them, like what they're doing in the area, and then you can just like dynamically intertwine all that stuff.
Yeah. Yep. Hey, if you need any DMing advice, dude, we have this cool thing called Tavernside Talks where me and Connor go into all the different DMing advice that we give.
Yeah.
Good quality DMs. Could
Oh,
be.
yeah.
Could be 3, dude. True that.
Tune in.
And then so we had the fight in the basement, which was pretty cool. Kind of introduced the creatures, the issues. The automaton was pretty sick, though.
Oh yeah.
What was the reasoning? Was there a special reason as to why they broke into the basement, or just because that was subterranean?
So I feel like it could have done this better with like them, because he had his room down in the cavern, and so
Yeah.
they like kind of have an understanding of all that, and then of like what kind of magics are in the area, I guess, is like my justification for it.
And then broke through.
But and they're led by Dormanric, and so he has control of like all of these, like the whole fungal network within the city, and so he kind of like just was probing a bit.
That makes sense. Kind of like if he was probing in the mines or whatever, too. I think that's fair. Makes it more of an in, too, considering that there was, like, the roots and stuff.
Because he was trying to find the wizard?
He was trying to what?
Find,
Damn, that cat's staring, dude.
Not necessarily trying to find the wizard, just kind of probing the area. Like, he of course had like his delusions of grandeur that he wanted to just like rule things, and he wanted to like get back to ruling men rather than mushrooms.
Well, him and Gordon didn't have beef, did they?
Not strictly. Just that he just wanted, like, through his influence with the Myconids, because the Myconids are able to raise zombies. He was just gonna take over the entire city and just have a city of zombies.
Is that something they do normally, or after they've been corrupted?
They do normally just raise zombies.
Well, I was just thinking, they're like fungal zombies. Like they're like
yeah, they're basically just a corpse that they are manipulating, right?
Yeah,
basically.
yeah.
Not
So
like quite zombies.
Are they normally hostile, the fungal?
They're under the control of the Myconids.
No, so are the Myconids normally hostile to like people that go in the woods?
They're generally neutral.
Yeah.
What benefit would they have from raising like corpses then? What do they do with them?
I don't, just workers,
Slaves.
basically. Yeah.
What are they working?
I mean,
to do?
they're not. The previous people aren't
Certain
using the body.
What are they working to do? What's their infrastructure?
Well, I mean, they like work with like the forest and like manage it a bit,
That's cool.
because they're able to have influence on the
homies on
forest.
the inside. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
True.
Homies help homies. That's pretty
'Cause-
cool.
I liked the researcher's magical cart. That was pretty.
Oh yeah.
That was kind of funny, dude. Those guys were going incognito.
Yeah, no, that and but yeah, like the it's a pretty cool like blend. You know, the Myconids, the like tree lumps, the zombies, the freaking
Hey, thanks.
wisps, and all the freaking infected creatures. There's a lot of
Yeah. So that wisp wasn't like siding necessarily with the Myconids or anything. Like
there's a
just
whip.
yeah, like the will-o-wisps, they, according to the book, they kind of just like haunt battlegrounds and are raised by just like areas of despair, really.
Bro, that thing just wanted all the smoke from Hadhod, dude.
Oh yeah, that thing
Yeah.
Give me up.
I think I was trying to tear your ass up.
It was trying to
No,
rip into you.
that first fight was pretty legit. With at the camp, I believe is that. Well, I guess this is the second fight, but that camp one was pretty cool. They were raising him up. I will say, so before going into the Drow-wood, was the Drow-wood like? Is it like inherently magical? Where like, because I remember it was like it took a lot of navigating to get in, and then I remember like as we were like trying to like navigate around and go back, it was you were like having us make rolls and we were like getting lost. Is it like a changing, shifting woods, or is this magically just kind of like hard to track?
With the influence of the myconids, they're able to like utilize their various spores and like medicinal properties of many of the mushrooms that they're capable of growing, and they're basically half the reason that the forest is so lush and thriving as it is. And that's why there's such high quality materials in the region, is because of just like how healthy all of the denizens of the forest are.
Well, because you were saying like game and wood, basically.
Yeah.
All sorts of everything.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty cool.
Okay, so now, dude, I'm looking at episodes, like previous episodes to try to get ideas, is like as we go through like the timeline a little bit. So, well, hold on. So you said it made it lush and whatnot, but that didn't really answer the question. Like, was there like magically like difficult to traverse, or did we just get lost?
Well, with the canopy being what it is, you're not able to see very far, considering
That's
like
fair.
it's everything's pretty dim and it's hard to see down, like get any light down through the trees, and so it was just difficult to navigate. It's just notoriously wild.
Yeah.
We did cover quite a bit of distance, and there was those like thickets we had to go through.
Oh yeah, the original ones we had to cut through. That's right. And we finding like all those like bigger shrooms and stuff.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that's sweet. Dude, what was so we had the researchers had the trees that they wanted to go to. Was the tree underground what it was like what we were going? Was your intention for us to go under the ground, or what if we would have kept going to the other tree?
It probably would have played out similarly to how you encountered it in the area below.
We would've
Or,
found-
in the cavern below.
It
You
would-
would have noticed that like the trees, which has a connection with the myconids, has a lot of influence over the forest creatures, and how it was starting to be corrupted.
So it would have just led us kind of to different things.
Yeah, it would have led you similarly. I guess I'm not fully sure why I ended up. Actually, well, no. So yeah, I kind of just wanted a justification for why the myconids were right there.
No, I think it works out though. I mean, it's also one of those things where you like as you're writing the story out, there's still variables. You're not like truly like you're not like fully kind of fleshed out. So it's just one of those things where you're like, oh, well, you're like,
Yeah.
you're kind of emphasizing like, hey, this is where they came out of, and we're like, oh, hey, there's a hole here. Let's go in here, and then you're just like, okay, let's just go with that. So, I was just curious.
That's basically it. That I did want you guys to get to it, but then I realized I wanted to go down this path instead.
Right. Okay. So it was a different thing.
Were those two creatures that we encountered going down there planned out?
Oh,
Planned out how.
Like,
scrap.
was there like a chance that we find it depending on how we go down, or is that kind of
With
intended?
the
on the way?
Otyog and the Periton?
Yeah.
Well, I wanted a combat there, and so I wanted to just have something between that, like you guys going down and getting to the cavern.
Mm.
And I kind of just devised that. I was flipping through the monster manual, and I found like the Otyog, and how it's generally supposed to be like a pretty intelligent creature, and it's able to like be worked with. And
Bro, you had the Praeton coming from the fucking ceiling, the Raptors, dude, with the chair. I was like,
Yeah, with
oh, dude,
steel
the
chair from the top row.
With the stairs.
Yeah, and did I tell you guys like my idea for like that whole encounter?
Nope.
Bro, we were playing, bro. While we still.
Yeah. So the Oteog, it wallows in just like filth and refuse, and it's basically just like a pile of shit, literally. And the Periton, they're described as pretty much exclusively eating hearts, and particularly the hearts of humanoids. And so my idea was like, it catches prey, brings it back to its nest, which is above the cliffs above that hole, that sinkhole down there. And it would eat the hearts of whatever its prey is, and it would just drop the bodies back down. And so the Oteog was just utilizing the refuse of the Periton. And as you guys were fighting it and sloshing around in the water, it took notice of humanoids down there, and it came in to fight.
That makes sense. Okay, that's some clarification. Because I'm just like, bro, man's got a pterodactyl from hell coming in here, dude, out of nowhere. But I like the context. That's actually pretty cool. Makes a little.
That's a pretty cool dynamic.
Makes it a little more sense. Besides the fact that Valerie got his insides eaten.
Oh,
Yeah, you're
world.
trying to get speared
Dude.
by that thing.
Dude, Valeroy, bro. I just want y'all to know, a little meta now that we're metaing and shit. Bro, I literally had, from the get-go, dude, one of my flaws, oh shit, one of my flaws was Valeroy might do something brash or foolish in order to hopefully perform a feat of heroism or valor. That was literally a flaw. So that's why multiple times through fucking combats and shit, Valeroy was out there, dude. He was out there trying to sling meat, dude, because he was...
Dude, hell yeah.
Trying to make a name for himself. Nothing wrong with that.
Dude, yes, sir.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Valeroy was a lot of fun, actually, to play. Not...
Yeah, you seem like you were having a good time.
Yeah, dude. He's just a kind of a sad kid for the most part, and he's just trying to figure his place out in the world, and he found some homies, which none of the trauma or stuff came up, but also they knew each other a week, so it kind of makes sense. They'll come out sometime down the road.
Yeah, it hasn't been very long.
Yeah.
It'll come out. 20 years on the line, don't worry.
20 years. Don't worry, dude. They're taking this fast-tracked ship to fucking Wolverine, dude, and they're in, dude.
They're in the next campaign. Stay tuned.
They're in the next campaign.
Something that... Oh,
yeah.
Oh, actually, yeah. No, yeah, you go ahead.
No.
I'll bring that up later.
No, do it. Oh, okay. Well, I was just gonna say, dude, okay. Oh, dude, the fucking glowworms. First of all, disgusting. Second of all, dude.
I was totally pulling from the scene from The Lion King, bro, eating the gum.
Dude,
Oh,
you
yeah.
love those. Dude, those grubs actually look good, though, bro.
They look so tasty.
For real.
Dude, bro.
Nobody can deny that.
Dude. Hadhog kind of came in, dude. He's kind of tough, dude. I want to know. I guess we can get to it a little bit later, bro. We should have started the wrap up with some character questions, but that's okay. Solomon was not even here to answer for his crimes, but dude, the cat. Okay, what the fuck was with the glowworm like? Freaking, what's it called? Like mass, and then falling into the middle, dude. Was there a creature in the middle, in the hole?
My idea was that hole just led down into the Underdark.
No, that makes sense.
And the various networks that entails. And the glowworms didn't necessarily like intend on intend on falling down there, but it
was cool though.
It
was
they
awesome
congregated
visual.
in order to survive, and like and mate, pretty much.
Dude, that was a cool visual, dude. I was just thinking, the biggest thing I was thinking of was like the firefly swarm from Atlantis ceiling thing, dude.
Yeah,
Kind of like that, and then they just kind of were falling like a dripping ceiling, dude. I was like, ugh.
I can't say I consciously thought of that, but it definitely probably a subconscious influence on that.
Yeah.
Because that was sick.
Mega sick.
Dude, the flumps were cool. I like the flumps, dude. I like that. You use a lot of creatures that like I wouldn't say I would never use, but you use a lot of like obscure kind of creatures, which I thought was cool. Like the flumps were a cool like interaction because like I don't even remember reading. I'm pretty sure the Flumps was one of those creatures I looked at and like flipped the page in the dungeon in the monsters manual, because I'm just like, eh. But I do like how they kind of spurred something on and how they kind of progressed it. That was really cool. Plus, they're kind of just hip little dudes, also.
Yeah, like because I think they're naturally denizens of the Underdark, but they're for whatever reason just like attracted to like positive energy, really. And
Yeah.
since you guys came in, everything's corrupted, so there's basically there's not a whole lot of positivity down there.
Yeah.
And your guys' arrival kind of attracted them.
Probably
We're
can't...
gonna keep it positive.
Dude, wait, so you're saying we would have fell in that pit, we would have just dropped hundreds of miles into the Underdark?
You probably would have just died, yeah.
Dang, dude, nice.
Maybe not. We jumped those like 20 feet and then took not too much damage.
Dude, going 100,000 feet, dude. Into
All right, Todd.
abyss.
How many
Roll,
How many feet is it on?
roll 20d6 and tell me if you die.
Yeah,
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, I don't even calculate fall damage if you're falling far enough, dude. You're just dead. Because the last thing I want to do is justify them not dying.
Yeah.
20d6,
I mean, you can survive some stupid shit in real life.
20d6.
You can survive skydiving without a parachute.
Oh shit, 77 I died.
Yeah. And
Dude,
that's on the low end.
mine was 74, dude. That's what I'm saying.
That's
Like,
only 200 feet.
Dude, 74 damage in terms of like, dude, I had like 43 as Valroy.
I got one because I'm sure the audience is dying to know, what did the handgun do?
He told you.
I told you what it
No,
does.
like-
It
like
shoots
real-
things.
No, real stat lineup. Hand it over.
Wait, did I not send that to you?
No, you did.
Oh,
I'm
or
Or
pretty
whoever
sure,
had it.
I'm pretty sure you said it's like there's like 1d6 like.
Okay, yeah. So, all right,
I
I'll
don't
read it
think-
out. I'll read it
I
out.
didn't think I got it.
Well, it changed hands, so I think that's why.
Bro, we never actually shot. Bro, I'm not gonna lie. That's probably the first art that we like didn't even give a fuck about our magical items for some weird reason.
Yeah. So,
Not
my
that we
idea
didn't
for it.
care, but
My idea for it is, I called it the cracked arc lock, and it just had like a crack in the like the focus mechanism that it focuses the energy through, and so it's just not as consistent as it could be. And so I said it had a 50-foot range. It dealt 1d8 damage of, depending on which crystal you put in, cold, fire, lightning, or force damage.
Okay.
It used your intelligence to hit +2. And if you rolled a 20 or above to hit, it deals double damage, and it can still crit. So it would be
Oh, I see, yeah.
2d8, and it'll crit for 4d8.
yeah. So if you like calculate it out and it's above
okay.
20, then you can nat 20 too.
Damn, that's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
And I wrote this in. I wrote this in, but I'm kind of glad you guys didn't use it. Although you probably wouldn't have crit anyway. But I said it would do a max damage on a crit, so it would just deal
Like 40 damage.
32 damage. It was just gonna deal 32 damage.
That's awesome.
Of whatever
dude. We
type.
love that. Hell yeah.
Damn, we didn't use it. Do give us the power weapon.
Bro,
We didn't use it.
Listen,
Yeah.
to be honest,
Oh,
dude,
we wanted an honest win.
to be honest, dude, that shit was +3 to hit, dude. I was not hitting shit with that gun.
It would have been possible though.
Intelligence +2.
Yeah, my intelligence was 1, so 3, and I'm not proficient in guns, so it was a 3.
Damn, I would add a +2 to hit.
Hey, so you would have dealt double damage on an 18?
Bro, what's the
And,
lineup, Todd? Hey, yo, what's the lineup, bro? What was the stats
Yeah,
like,
what's the stats?
No, what?
Bro, I got 10 strength, 16 dex, 12 con,
Oh, character reveal? Okay.
12 intelligence, 13 wisdom, 16 charisma. The Riz, dude.
10 strength, 16 dexterity.
Are we the same character, dude?
14 constitution, 10 intelligence,
Oh my gosh.
18 wisdom,
Damn.
and then 9 charisma.
Damn, he was like, hey, I'm gonna be super wise. Dump stat is gonna be my dex. And I'm not even gonna cast spells. I'm gonna shoot my crossbow.
No, my dump stat was my
Riz.
charisma. Dexterity was 16, so it's +3. It's not bad. It's not dump. It's hardly dump.
Yeah, you're right.
hardly dumpy.
I
So-
don't find too many of the ranger spells intriguing, so
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm not a caster main.
I will say, yeah, I guess that's a good point though. You really didn't cast a whole lot as well. You obviously cast a few.
You cast
but-
Cure Wounds like maybe twice.
No, I don't think I mean, I think I used it, but like I had some healing spells. Oh,
Good
Bro
berry,
had
I guess.
Goodberry
spell
though.
reveal. Yeah, Goodberry until he got nerfed. And I was just trying to RP. I just basically had Hunter's Mark, Speak with Animals, Beast Bond. Pass Without Trace, I think, came in handy.
Oh yeah.
Enhance ability for our freaking fight was funny. And basically just like healing.
Yeah.
And healing. Well, backstory reveal.
The backstory
Um,
revealed.
Yo.
For my backstory, I kind of put it as like as like Hadhod was wounded and like a druid took him in, so he basically kind of like taught him basic magic. So he kind of just had like healing as opposed to like just all these different spells, you know.
Okay, yeah. So have
Oh.
more
He kinda
offensive
kept-
things.
He kind of kept it more normal. I mean, he kind of he had like the nature spirit of like Bertha, but kind of just kept it more.
Bro kept it casual.
Kind of kept it a casual, you know what I'm saying?
Pretty
That's
cash.
legit, bro. Hey, dude, I don't want to say this too soon, but bro, what the fuck happened to the wife, bro? Tough.
Dead, bro.
Damn.
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 Killed.
That's killed. Hey, is that how he got wounded? Trying to help his wifey, dude, and he got smoked.
No, my backstory, since we're doing the arc reveal, backstory for that I had for Hadhod. Basically, so his clan name was Ironfoot. And basically the clan hold fell to like Orc and Goblin warband 35 years prior. Hadhod was wounded and he escaped into the forest. And then yeah, he basically went far through the forest and then like was found by a druid who took him in, healed him, kind of taught him some like druidic magic. And then once he was kind of fit to keep going, he returned to like the hold, and finding that it was basically burned, most were killed.
Oh
But
shit,
part of
dude.
like the ranger aspect was he kind of would launch like a guerrilla war a little bit, kind of going in and out of the woods, launching raids on like caravans and stuff, and then eventually like leaving.
Like
Okay.
people like looting, bro. He was a raider.
No. No, like the goblins and
Oh,
and orcs that would like leave the hold.
dude.
Like obviously
okay.
there wasn't enough people, so like most of the clan was slain. There's like a few stragglers that would have been like dispersed out, but he never really found them.
Okay.
Damn, dude, that's badass. I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know you had that shit on lock like that, dude.
Yeah, I didn't know you were chill like that.
Well, and then part of like the runes that were like they weren't tattoos, they were like runes of mourning. So like after losing his clans, he basically carved them into himself.
Oh,
Oh shit.
They're
Okay.
like stars, they're not tattoos, bro.
dang. Dang.
Yeah.
Dang, dude. That's
You didn't even know I was
Damn.
like that, bro.
bro. I didn't know you. I didn't know you had a full lineup. I don't think Nathan knew, and he's the DM, dude. Man could have
Yeah,
brought.
dude, I
Man,
don't think
Nah,
Todd
look,
ever
yeah,
gave
look.
me his backstory.
Now, low-key, I made that up halfway through.
like just
Yeah,
that sounds
now.
about
The rough idea was there.
You mean like just now you made that up, or halfway through the arc?
No, I had typed out on the character sheet. Kind of halfway through the arc, I kind of came up with the rest of the details.
I mean that
Okay.
no, like that's not even like that. I would say it's pretty normal. Like there's a lot of like backstory stuff that I do, and then like you find
Yeah.
and then you flesh out the character at least, or like you fill in a lot of those kind of like gray areas as you go, because you're like I kind of have an idea, and then you're like okay. I feel like having a full backstory and then like altering it or filling in some different things while you play the character is like a good way to go about it. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I think I brought it up once during the campaign. But old Bertha was his like grandmother or something like that.
no, yeah, you brought that up. Yeah, you
Yeah,
said your nan or something. Your nan,
Yeah.
your grand nan,
That's what it was.
You're
What do you
not-
mean you're after?
bro.
Little reveal for you. Anyway, hand over the reveal, my boy.
You want me to reveal
Alright.
my shit? All right.
We're done.
No, yeah, Valroy. Yeah, we should have. Yeah, anyway.
Except we're only gonna get 50% of the characters in here, but that's all right.
That's okay.
No
I can tell you about Buell. Me and Cameron talked about it actually, and we can. I'll kind of explain that. Valroy was born in Zadash, which he mentioned multiple times that he was from Zadash.
Yeah.
His father was in the Crown's Guard, which is basically like the Imperial army, and his mother was just, a commoner. But yeah, basically his father had, actually I could pull up, I think I have the I'm gonna actually pull up like the kind of some of the actual, because I have some of the notes on the character sheet, but I think I want to pull up the actual kind of more in-depth notes here. Okay, yeah. So goodness gracious. Yeah, so he was an only child. He was born in Zadash with his father and his father and mother. Father was in the Crown's Guard. He was working as a protector of the city and also fought on the front lines for multiple rotations. Mother tended to the house, and then obviously Valroy. And as he grew up, his father taught lots of things about swordplay, fighting strategy, and most importantly, valor. He constantly told Valroy stories from the conflicts that he was in with the enemy, made the stories seem larger than life. And so, yeah, that's where a lot of his storytelling kind of aspects came from, was his dad kind of explaining certain things, kind of embellishing a lot of them. But him being a kid, he kind of was just, like, awestruck. Also, his dad was in the military, and so it was, like, kind of cool.
Yeah.
And so, but his dad his father held various positions in the Crown's Guard. So he was a guard, he was a soldier, he was a bulwark defender, a fell runner, and then finally a watchmaster. And I think I kind of gave a little bit of the context for the fell runners. They're like couriers.
Runner?
Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, the fell runners. I actually made that shit up. But fell runners. So I believe fell running is a real term. I believe it's a weird. Let's see. So fell running is also known as hill running. Is a sport of running and racing off-road over upland country where the gradient climbing is blah, 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 right? So basically it's like kind of like cross country. It's called fell running, Fell running. But I just kind of combined the term and kind of just thought it was a cool way to kind of a cool I guess position.
Okay.
As a courier. They're called fell runners.
Nice.
So yeah, he held multiple positions. Where the Fell Runners of Dusk basically is where he kind of
scouts, I guess.
He what?
They're like scouts.
They're like courier scouts, kind of like they're basically
Yeah.
they're basically like couriers on crack. And what I mean by that is like they'll like run themselves like to death to get information and to like different places. So they'll like if it's like, hey, we need to know this, they're just like, and they like that's their mission, dude.
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
just running or on horseback or whatever.
Like marathon.
Yeah.
Yeah, the marathon.
Marathon.
So that's where he got the Fell Runners of Dusk, bro. He said Dusk Fell. He said, hold on, Dusk Fell running, and so that's where he got the group name.
All right.
But then
Wait, which one was this? Which one was this, Phil?
Dustfell is Valor's last name.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so Fell Runners of Dusk. He's just.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's all about him, all right.
Yeah, hey, bro. Loki. Anyway, so then around 18 years old, the war was intensifying. It was what is the other place called? It's called what's the war? I forget what it is in the Wild Mount setting.
Against
the Kryn dynasty.
Yeah, the Kryn dynasty.
The Kryn. Around 18 years old, though, the war was intensifying, and so his father and his watch were getting deployed to the front line. So basically, his dad, kind of like being in the military for many years, he eventually became a watchmaster of Zadash, and so he just was kind of like a manager. He's just kind of like the head honcho guy. But then they're deploying everybody for the war, and so Valor and his father sent letters to one another for a handful of months, and then his father sent one last one stating that he said the last one stating that it might be a little while before he could send another one because things were getting bad. And then like a handful of months later, the guards knocked on the door, told Dustfell, or told the his mother and him basically that their dad/husband was slain on the battlefield, and both his mother and Valerie listened to their recounting of the events. in which he was slain. They managed to bring back his helmet and his shield, both heavily damaged, and a glimpse into what the war was really like. The shield was what he had on him. That's why I was all busted up.
Oh, okay.
That's why I was all busted up. And then obviously Valerie fell into a deep depression after that. She tried to his mother tried to help him, didn't really kind of work out in terms of like trying to get him to like kind of open up. He just kind of bottled it away. He started frequenting a lot of the taverns, kind of one in particular. I didn't ever come up with a name, but one in particular, where he would slowly fall into a drunken stupor. As the time went on, though, Valerie became more lively while he was drunk, and he recounted stories and tales through music, song, and dance. And so basically, and I didn't type it all the way out, but basically that's kind of where his barding began. Like he started getting drunk at the taverns, and he started being like, ah, yes, and started recounting a lot of stories. The Heroes of Delgard, actually, I believe, was the one that he started crying in the tavern at. That was the Delgard was the fort at which his father died. And so he was recounting the stories of his hero father and his companions. And so,
all right.
And just to wrap it all the way kind of in, there was I believe I wrote it down. There was a kind of bartender or a barmaid named Misty, and she kind of like they became quick friends, and she kind of actually helped him get like emotionally over a lot of stuff and worked through it. And she kind of was the reason why it kind of worked him up the courage of being like, hey, you should like go make a name for yourself, go do some grandiose things, like go and like experience the world, which is where he was like, okay, you know what, I will. And then he heard of the caravan going to Gordon, so he's like, I'm going, I don't give a fuck. I'm going wherever I need to go. So he went.
Next thing he knows, more adventure than he could dream of.
Dude, more adventure than he could possibly dream of. And then real quick to tie this in, Beale, that's right. So Valeroy went to a magic shop, bought a bag of holding, and like days into the caravan travel, Beale like animated and came to life, and he's like, "What the fuck is this?" And so that's where that kind of came into it. So they had known so Beale and Valeroy knew each other for a handful of days before kind of the rest of the party met. And they were just kind of, Beale was just confused, lost kind of individual who had no idea what was going on, and so Valeroy was kind of taking him in, and obviously you kind of saw the intro of a lot of that when Cameron was actually there. Dang, I really wish that Cameron would have stuck around, dude.
Dude, that would have been it would have been cool having Cameron here the whole time.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that would have been cool.
Maybe someday.
Maybe someday, big boy. Anyway,
yeah.
There we go. That's that.
All right.
Nice.
Yeah.
Never know the tale of Solomon the Cobbler.
No, we'll never know.
You have him send a video and splice it in.
Yeah, splice it in. Be like, hey, this is where we're gonna cut to Solomon's backstory. All right, and then I can add it.
I guess. Should we reveal what he was doing while we were there, or not? Oh, since he's not here, or no?
What do you mean?
Like, what was Solomon doing?
Yeah,
why was vegan?
So, Solomon, it's from what I remember, he was with like the Dwergar down in the Underdark, or I don't necessarily know if he was in the Underdark specifically, but I think that's generally where the Dwergar are. And he just, after I don't know however long of dealing with just like the pervasive slavery of the Dwergar and the bad reputation and all that, he didn't want to be down there anymore, and so he took his cobbling, he just took his cobbling skills and brought it up to the surface. And then I think, he posted up in the right, I have the map right here. He posted up in the hills just above the Silt Basin Pass. That's like the area that's like where the Menagerie Coast comes up, and there's like the Silt Basin Pass. That's the marsh just before you enter the fields, where Gordon is.
I was gonna say he's kind of local, because I was gonna say, like, he was saying, like, bro, my dude needs help, and he said he saved his marsh, and I'm like, he must be like, well, like here, like right here.
Yeah, and I think he just ended up keep being influenced by, or like something along those lines, with like some sort of Fey protector of the Silt Basin Pass.
Yeah, because he was a warlock, so he kind of had like a pact with like.
Yeah, because he was like a hermit, so he basically escaped the Underdark, was a hermit in the swamp, and then was kind of recruited to help.
Yeah. Yeah, he was like the corruption was spreading and it was getting to a head, and so that protector, I imagine, is like wanted him to suss it out if possible.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Dude. Hell yeah. And then yeah, that's all the characters in terms of that. I will say I think my favorite combat for this arc was the inverted room, dude. That shit was lit.
Oh yeah.
Dude, the automatons or whatever those things were called, or the.
Yeah, just thinking up that combat was really fun. I loved doing that one. That was
Okay, so the flumps kind of guided us, but like, I mean, I guess I asked questions, which I guess I kind of know the answer to. But obviously, if we wouldn't have like went certain ways, we would have revealed different or story bits like ahead of time. Had we gone to the woods first, I'm assuming that we would have kind of discovered certain things. Like if would we have found Lord Dormanric just like we would have pulled up onto the myconid like mushrooms? Would we just been like, oh fuck?
I don't think you would have made it that far into like actually discover Lord Dormanric.
Because of just like the other things and all the creatures. Oh, I guess there's a fuck ton of myconids, huh?
Yeah, there's a whole colony in front of you between you and him.
That's right. There was like, yeah, because there was only like, we were only really able to access them because they all moved out. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I will admit, I didn't flesh out anything within the stalagmite forest.
That worked out.
I had no ideas of anything in there.
Good thing we didn't go there.
Dude.
I do got one question. Does the wizard go back for his golem homie?
He absolutely will, yes.
Dang, good, dude. That guy's real.
So
he's gonna re-assimilate that whole room.
Alright, cool.
He's just gonna ride into his back into his tower or ride wherever.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, he really said,
yeah.
Tell him I'm still here. I've been here forever.
Dude, man's been there for 5,000 years, bro. Well, to be fair, he was waiting to fulfill his mission, then he did, so I guess now he's good.
Yeah.
Dude, bro, fuck dude. This fan cursed my ass, dude. Bro, Malroy was cheesing, dude. Like, I'm gonna get cursed.
Hey man,
bro.
you were the one that wanted to put the glove on so bad.
Dude.
You did what you did.
I ain't gonna lie, boys. A full meta, bro. After the session, dude. After that session, Nathan's like, bro, dude, I want y'all to use some magic items. And Malroy was back and forth on it anyway. But I was like, you know what? Nathan won't curse me, dude. He wants me to use his magic items.
Well,
so fucking curse.
It's not. It's not the glove. It's not the glove that's cursed. It's the bracelet at the base of it.
Oh, so I gotta put the glove on him and fine?
So the bracelet is like intertwined within the base of the glove.
That's a cool magic. I don't know. I don't know if it's worth like getting sent to Incarceron if you die, but it's pretty sick.
Yeah. And so I don't know how. I don't remember where this concept came from, but like I really like the idea that of like the weave and how that's intertwined with and like or how that influences like how magic works within like the D&D setting.
Yeah.
And so like my idea for it is that like in order to make a magical item, you have to like reweave the weave into the item, and that process strengthens the object itself. And so you can't so magic items are basically unbreakable by all but the like craziest forces. And so you wouldn't have been able to like get the bracelet out by any normal means.
Yeah.
And that's why it's just like magical items just don't really break. I don't like the idea of magical items just kind of breaking out of nowhere.
I think pretty like traditionally magic items, yeah, they don't really suffer any negative effects unless.
Well, I feel like that's why you find them in all the hellholes, because they don't break and they'll just fall down in areas.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Fall in a pit and you're like, oh hey look.
Yeah, when dragons eat them and then they just crap them out in the pile.
And you're like, ooh goody, and you start digging through the shit.
Crap out a morning star and then.
There's a couple things that I would have liked to have redone with the story had I not like gotten myself in too deep with like, cause I feel like I said a few too many like not dates, but like how old certain things are, like how old the whole like Myconid corruption, that whole thing started.
Oh, dude, I don't
Because-
trust me. I got them notes down, bro. 150 years ago
Yeah,
was Gordon. Events started 300 years ago.
but I would have loved to
Raziel's
instead.
700 years old. Wait, why do I have that?
I mean, that's fine. I mean, Raziel, he's figured things out. He's just kind
Whoa.
of living.
Bro, figured it out, dude. Figured it out. Bro's up a
But-
potion.
He, like I would have redone it where, because like the whole backstory for Dormanric that I had was I was going through just like the regions within the Wild Mount setting, and in Comorta they did visit that during the campaign Critical Role.
Yeah.
That's where I think that's where Bo's family lives.
Oh, you're right.
They're a wine family out there.
Sulfur shitters.
Yeah, the sulfur pools, and
Yeah.
so the Lord Dormanric, he just like hungered for power and all that, and so he collected magical items, and he managed to come across the the breastplate of domination. And so he was utilizing that to just like influence the will of the people around him to just do his work. Because also within the book, I hope there's no spoilers for anything in the show or anything they're doing in the future, for in case someone wants to
Bro,
know.
coincidental if it
But-
transpires.
But it's already in the book, so you can just go read it anyway.
True.
But there is a phoenix underneath Comorta. And
Hmm.
so he was attempting to hold dominion over the phoenix using the breastplate and those manacles.
Hmm.
But there was an uprising and a party of heroes managed to overthrow him. But before they were able to figure out what to do with him, he managed to escape somehow.
This is all
Hmm.
lore accurate then, huh?
I mean, I'd like it to be.
Oh.
Nice.
But if I would have gone back and done things differently, I would have wanted after the uprising in Comorta, there would have been an exodus of people from that region.
Hmm.
And so that's what would have started the caravan that you guys would have gone
okay.
up in. And then and the whole corruption with the Myconids, that would have been a way more recent thing. I would have preferred to have it done like that, but I got myself stuck in a little bit too early.
Oh, that's okay. No, I see. I mean, in my mind, like, I think no, you still did a good job though. I mean, I think the timeline, like, it all
Yeah.
was pretty long, but I mean, like, I feel like in a way, it kind of makes sense though, because this guy's like, you know, he goes into hiding and tries to figure some shit. I mean, I think it makes sense, a little bit more sense in terms of how he came to power and kind of formulated this plan. So, I mean, I think it still worked for sure. I mean, you know, as a DM, you're like, oh, I could have, but I think that it still was good.
Yeah, the reason I wanted to do more like that rather than how it was previously was because I wanted to establish like a positive relationship between the Myconids and the Doral Wood.
Mm.
But with like in my mind with how like the timeline and all that, it doesn't really work. Because of just how young Gordon is. I wanted it to be like how the Myconids gifted the Mica wood trees to the forest, and that's why everything is so healthy, is because any creature, if it's suffering from any sort of like disease, it can just go to one of these trees, rest for a while, and the power and magic within the Mica wood would just like heal whatever creature.
That's pretty cool.
And
Eating that shit and healing.
no, well, not. It's more of like the forest with the Myconids and not people.
Oh,
But
It's okay, bro. Coulda, woulda,
But,
shoulda,
yeah.
bro. It is what it is.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
and
cool, we
instead,
know now,
Dormammu would have taken control of that whole like symbiosis, and would have manipulated it to be able to control the forest. But and I wasn't able to like establish necessarily like the greatest through line for all of that to myself, really. Like it wouldn't have changed too much.
Right.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool tie-in.
Yeah.
Bro, you know what was fucking crazy though, dude? Some stress was when we were doing Hot and Valroy were going through. We were creeping around, dude. We found the freaks, dude. The creatures around that tree. I'm like, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Dude, that was fun, dude. That was actually a fun episode.
Yeah,
That was a fun session.
I
dude.
enjoyed doing that.
I was like,
Pretty cool.
we were
Dude,
like,
that fucking eyeballs are like.
yeah, dude. The discovery of all that, dude. That was actually like a lot. That was pretty tense, dude. That was pretty tense.
Do you? I guess I don't know how to phrase this. Never mind. Yeah, I enjoyed that section. We had to figure out something to do while David was gone.
Yeah.
And so I was able to like sprinkle a little bit of like the actual what's actually going on.
Yeah, and I think it kind of worked out though too, because as a protection detail, I think.
Because that was a corrupted mica wood tree.
Yes, and all of them were corrupted, but now they're in the process of.
But the mica wood tree was
Cleansing
what
all of
that magical herbalist tomb was pointing towards.
Yes.
Oh yeah, the book, dude. Is that? Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I forgot about the book.
Interesting.
Yeah, because my idea for that was that there's like druids that like assist and trade with the city, and they use their expertise to get like various remedies and like herbs and other various plants that grow, and they were able to pour like their knowledge of just like the sheer amount of knowledge they have of the Doral wood into that tome, and it just became magic enough that it's able to impart that massive amount of knowledge into whoever's reading it.
Interesting. That group we found, one of them was a druid.
The dead, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's where we found it.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah, that's another like thing that I want to like incorporate with my with like the magic system within my games is like the power of like ideas, and how if an idea is powerful enough, it can manifest as magic, and like perhaps a weapon is used in a battle and there's stories told about it, and that legend grows big enough where it becomes actually magical.
That's really cool, actually.
Bro wants to take the. Dude, bro wants to take.
Cooking, bro.
Yo, Solomon.
Oh no way, dude! He's back.
Hey, Solomon from the
Back.
grave.
Welcome back,
Solomon from the
David.
3-point
All right,
line.
dude. All right, bro.
home.
We know you have 47 questions lined up, bro. It's rapid fire, Nathan.
Yeah.
Right
Do you have
What I
any
missed?
question?
You missed
we were just
the.
kind of discussing.
You missed the finale. The finality of the arc, which we just basically drunk ourselves into a stupor and got paid at the end of the week for the
Nice.
most part. No.
The finale. We completed a pay period.
Dude, hell yeah. But no, so actually we shared our characters' backstories. We gave some context to who we were as characters. Nathan kind of.
I gave my best rendition of what you have told me about your character, but if you have like more specifics that you'd like to go into, I'm sure we'd like to all hear it.
Yes, I want to hear the Solomon.
I kind of pulled them out of my rear, to be honest. I was
Dude.
like,
Nice.
I want to play like a dwarf guy or like some equally like scraggly hermit that lives in a swamp and is approached by a not malevolent but not outwardly, like rainbows and butterflies, pixie sprite thing.
Yeah.
That basically is like, hey, the swamp's dying. I need you to sort this out. and it gives him cryptic instructions through a little magic ball.
No,
His
the QR code
Ushigi.
orb, dude.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I would say you nailed it.
Bro, I
Yeah,
thought.
when you give that back, you're gonna turn around. And it's gonna have a tip thing for.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. When you said you were playing a warlock, I was like, how the frickerdoodle? But I thought you tied it in really cool. I thought like the way I thought everybody's I guess purpose for being there was pretty grounded. It was pretty cool. So. Especially yours. That's why I was trying to like with Valor like nudge like, yo, so what are you doing here? And for you to be like, well, you see here. But it also makes sense why you're not just gonna tell a rando, hey, I talked to this ball. Do you wanna
Yeah, this freaking ghost thing that I can't ever see approached me with power and told me to go and like kill some evil that was making nature sick.
Yeah. So Solomon was kind of local to the area though, I guess geographically. He wasn't super
Yeah.
far away.
Yeah, he was like, he would come to Guardian to sell shoes, and then he would
Oh
go back
shit,
home.
really? I don't think that ever actually came up. I knew you were dead.
Or rather, Nathan said that there was some sort of outer trade hub
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
outside the walls of the city,
Okay.
like
Yeah,
some sort
so
of co-op or something like that. That
my idea for that was
REI co-op.
there's you lived in like the hills up above the Silt Basin Pass, which is like it is cuts just at the south end of the mountains that are in the
Okay.
region, and it's that road is what connects Guardian with the rest of the Menagerie Coast. And
Okay.
so typically they caravans want to just get through the marshes of the Silt Basin Pass as fast as possible, and then they usually camp at the very end of it, and you just come down from the hills and sell your shoes to them, or
Okay.
offer cobbling services.
Dude, Solomon the Cobbler, goated. AKA AC 130.
I've taken to naming characters after their professions more because it's like, I don't know, in a medieval setting, I really wonder how many people actually had, like last names, like full on like clan names and stuff
Smith.
like that they stuck to.
Fletcher.
Yeah, and so you see, you have like a lot of people that are, their surname is like what their family business is, and so Solomon having just pulled himself up out of the ground basically, and then
Bro.
lived by himself for 50 years. He's like, okay, well I have to have some sort of thing to go by, and so he's
Solomon
the cobbler,
Cobb.
he's the shoemaker.
That makes sense, though. I think that makes sense. And I mean, I was just thinking about, like, the Durgar as a people and just Throckrin, the slave driver.
Yeah.
Droplin, the freaking
Meat beater.
the peasant strangler.
Shit.
Crazy.
But no,
Freaking-
we kind of were just going through all the stuff in, like, the storyline in chronological order, asking any questions if there's anything you want to clarify by Nathan.
Yeah, is there anything you want to know about? I don't know, anything that happened or anything surrounding anything that's happened?
We did find out that third side quest that Buell ruined with his accordion was like a mine. Like there's a mining group of people, and we could have went down there and kind of discovered some stuff with that. But
Okay.
the miners.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
oh yeah.
go ahead.
So another big industry within Guardian, is I touched on it briefly, like with the steam casting, the steam casted steel. And that's like a unique unique method of processing steel, that only like one business within Guardian knows, and it has to do with the mica wood. And like if you use mica wood as the fuel source for the heat to make the steel, it imbues it with like living properties where it's able to adapt and regrow and repair itself.
That reminds me of Jack
pretty cool.
Vance.
The what?
The fantasy guy. There's the wizards that can cast the spell to like bring one of their like articles of clothing or like weapons to life, so it becomes extremely powerful for that time period.
Oh, okay.
because it has its own senses, so the swords will like move to like block things on their own and stuff.
Oh, that's
And
cool.
That's pretty
Yeah.
cool. It's like spiritual
the
weapon,
scary
but on
thing
crack.
though is if you use it on your shoes, it makes you run really, really, really fast. But if you like use it too much, it will actually kill your shoes.
Not the dude. That's why
Oh, yeah.
Solomon the cobbler
Look
needs to
at-
be
look-
around, dude.
This dude's concern for shoes. It's
Dude,
practical.
Jack Vance is a great author. You should check out Dying Earth. It's a banger.
It's an absolute
All right.
banger, dude.
If I can use credits on Audible on it, I probably will.
Ooh, okay.
Because I've got plenty of those.
Audible.
Because I don't want to lose the books that I do have.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, the ambush was something I was not expecting. I'll be real. I was like, dang, these dudes set up freaking sentries, bro.
Yeah. I didn't quite want it to just you guys to just leave the city and go fight Dormanric.
No, that's
Just, like,
no,
straight
that made
up.
a lot
Yeah,
of sense.
Sprinkle in a little.
Well, it's also good to kind of. It's also like as a DM from a DM standpoint, dude. Like draining a little bit of resources before the main fight's always like a good way to kind of make it a little more of high stakes, depending on what you want to do. So, it made sense.
Yeah, that was another big.
Bro,
that was
I'm
another good side effect.
Dude, plus I'll be honest, dude. I think that combat could have been a lot worse than it did.
I'm
Oh,
very
yeah.
glad you guys didn't just fight the shambling mounds.
Dude, that was the last thing I wanted to do, bro. I was letting Hot have that. I was like, I know for a fact.
Yeah,
Wait, was that
yeah.
were those actually
So-
shambling mounds like stat?
They were actually
Yeah.
stat wise they were shambling
Yeah,
mounds.
no,
yes.
that shit would have killed us, dog. Dude, that would have been rough.
Would have
That
rocked
would've
your
been
crib.
And it's crazy that Hadhod, you were the one getting assaulted by them, right?
I
You
got
dodged
hit.
2 attacks.
Yeah, I was dipping, dude.
Dude, man went whoop. Man went whoop. Nope.
Damn, that could have gone so much worse if that had actually hit you.
Yeah, dude. That man would have got uppercutted and got concussed. Yeah. No, dude. Those shambling mounds were the last thing I wanted to fight, so.
And for the Dormanric fight, I made that like 2 hours before, like the entire thing, the battle map, the rules for
Nice.
Dormanric, the stat blocks, all of it.
Bro, give us
I
the
made
stat.
that 2
Bro,
hours before.
drop the stat block in the chat, dude. Drop the stat block in the
Alright.
chat.
In the chat, probably not, but
Yo, drop the stat block though.
Yeah, trade
Oh
secret
yeah,
code.
dude. How? Okay, dude, we're now that we're on the boss fight, dude. Dude, how was our damage to the little clone things? Was it null and void? Did not matter.
it was halved.
Okay. Then,
He had three. I gave him 300 health.
I was gonna say if that was halved, dude, that means that we were fucking that he had a lot of health. We were smacking
You were-
those things.
Dishing that, yeah. And so his legendary actions was he could just at will swap himself with one of his apparitions, or he could cause an apparition to cast a spell.
Yeah, the spell range was pretty intense too, man. That man was coming out swinging.
Generally, is it unlimited legendary actions?
It's once a turn. He gets 1 a turn.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it depends on how many legendary actions you have, and then like what they cost, and then legendary action like points and stuff, and
Mhm.
like whatever. Yeah, it's all
And
breakdown.
yeah, and for spellcasting, I feel like
How many spell
feel like
slots
I
did that dude
should've-
have?
I should have given him a 4th level spell, but I gave him 4 first level, 3 second level, and 2 third level spells.
Oh, okay. I was gonna ask that, dude.
And then his glove, he had lightning lure on it, so he was able to just thwap you and pull you towards him. And then yeah,
Level?
lightning lure is a cantrip.
yeah.
No, hold person is that third.
Nice
Whole person,
first.
yeah.
No, is it third? Oh shoot.
I think it's a 3rd level spell. I can go check, because the spells he had. Let's go look at it. I mean, yeah, you guys experienced pretty much all of them, except Armor of Agathis. I decided not to give him that because I guess I don't fully know why, but I didn't decide to not let him cast Armor of
His
Agathis.
hunch.
But he
fucked
had-
him.
The apparitions, on their turns, they were just able to cast Chill Touch or Shocking Grasp.
Was there both good cantrips to kind of like cause little effects throughout the thing too?
Yeah.
So
And then for his first level, he had Ray of Sickness, so he was just able to.
Bro, it sounded a blast, dude.
And then he had Enlarge, Reduce, Hold Person, and Mind Spike. Those are second level.
Dude,
And his third level was Slow and Fear.
Slow, dude. Slow's a good ass spell.
Oh, good.
Yeah, Slow hit Buell, and he was having a tough time for a bit.
Quite a bit of utilities actually for those. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Usually when I DM, I'm just like, "Yo, time to do some mass fucking damage." But yeah, Dominic had quite a few utility spells.
I love utility spells.
Yeah, it made it a little more interesting. I was starting to get nervous that Valor was just gonna be a fucking popsicle the whole time, literally just sitting there held person.
Someone could have thrown the damn Nolan powder at you, and you would have probably just gotten out.
I know, dude. The Nolan powder. We didn't use that.
None of you guys
I
just
was
didn't use like
gonna
half the
help.
magic items I gave you.
No, I was gonna move to help you, and then you broke out.
That's
so-
true. That's true. The concentration
Yeah.
was broken. Okay, this was what when I was during that fight, I was literally sitting here contemplating this spell, and I want to know if this would have worked. So with the Glow of Safik, bro, I was gonna try to do Pulse Wave, and basically you create intense pressure, unleash it into 40. Basically, long story short, creature takes 66 force damage. Every creature that fails to save is either pulled 15 feet towards you or pushed 15 feet away from you, depending on the choice you made for the spell. In addition, unsecured objects that are completely within the cone are likewise pulled or pushed 15 feet. Would that have been enough to pull at least 2 of those out? Would you have granted that? Obviously, they were secured in the wall, but it was also 66 damage. It was a 3rd level spell, so I was curious what you would have ruled that on.
So my idea for it was that you were going to require a DC 15 athletics in order to pull one out on the single turn. But
Yeah.
if you failed, it was just going to be an action to pull it out on the next turn.
Okay, so
And so for that, I probably would have ruled it as just a failure on the first roll for all of them, or however many you would have affected.
damn, a 3rd level spell that pulls fucking shit in would have been a failure. Wouldn't have pulled them out. I guess they're
Well, no, it would have allowed you to pull it out just without rolling.
Yeah, and that's kind of dude. That's why I was debating heavily, dude. I was like, dude, is it gonna because if I was like gonna waste this 3rd level, this blank check of a spell, I was like, dude, it needs to at least pull 2 of them out like on this first go, but then you cast Fear on him, and then you got mad, and so then the lightning bolt came out. But I was just curious about that. Dang.
Yeah, and so I made all that terrain on each side. Those were intended to allow you guys to get up to the shackles should you not just Misty Step up there.
Oh, I kind of saw that ledge a little bit later. I was like, oh, dude, actually, yeah, nice.
Yeah, like there was that little recessed wall with the vines. My intention was you were going to be able to climb up that. You were going to be able to run over, hop over that, like there was a gap in it. You were going to hop over the gap. And if you didn't perceive well enough, there was going to be a bunch of like loose stones that you would have collapsed and fallen through.
Dang, cheeky.
And then on the other side, there was a pile of rubble that you were going to be able to climb up to and jump onto those stalagmites to get over to
That's cool.
the area.
Bro's gonna wipe out our ass, dude. He's gonna put us on wipeout.
Yeah, and that's why I gave him lightning lures.
He was gonna just start snagging people up.
He was gonna pull you off.
Dude,
You're
that's
telling me he
hilarious.
climb up there and then they got those big ball things that you have to run across?
The big red balls, dude. You're gonna have
Yeah,
to get beefed
exactly. And that's why I was emphasizing like you can't just climb up the walls because of how moist everything is. I wanted you guys to actually go through my wipeout course, but you didn't have to
Dude.
because Solomon just Misty
That's
stepped
so
up
fun.
there, which
Dude, Bro,
the rest, all of that I made was mostly just a fail safe in case someone didn't have a way to get up. Really.
on. Yeah.
Hey, we went backpacking for real in real life, and dude, we like went to this waterfall and it was like covered in like just pond scum, and dude, it was so slick, dude.
Bro. Yes,
like if
dude,
the walls were covered with that, bro, you'd hit a cartoon where you just
You know, it makes you think why like people die on waterfalls so much. It's like
Oh,
it's
yeah.
not like that
Dude,
many
that
people
shit-
actually jump inside, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
dude, you hit that shit and you're just crazy.
You slip and you're just dragged under.
Dude, when I
You
was
slip and it puts the name tag on you from Minecraft and turns you upside down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dinner
Bro.
bones you.
Dude, when I was in Honduras, bro, we literally did like a under the waterfall tour. Bro, I'm thinking like, oh, you like walk through the waterfall, you're like behind this big ass gate. Bro, they took our asses underneath that shit, bro, and like through these sketchy bro, we're getting pounded by thousands of gallons of water, bro. That
Yo.
shit was so scary, bro. People were like crying and shit, dude. I'm like, what kind of fucking tour is this, dude? We're getting our
Wait, that sounds
asses
sick.
beat.
What do you
Crying.
mean?
Dude,
That sounds sick.
No, that dude, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Waterfalls, crazy. That shit,
Bro, it ain't a real tour till someone's crying.
dude. Bro, I was like, we're paying you to get abused by this water? Like, I don't understand. Bro, that's
Yeah.
no, it's good.
Hell yeah.
Dude, there's one more thing I wanted to ask in terms of Dormammu's, dude. Combat, I thought. You're talking about the wipeout course. I don't even know. It was a solid fight though, dude. I was getting a little nervous. I'm not gonna lie. Had we not started really getting those chains out of there, dude, or those shackles, bro, that fight would have got a lot worse. Cause dude, Buell his ass was beaten, dude. Valerie was getting kind of punched in the neck by the dude himself.
So one of my intentions with the fight, which I changed after I got the 2 nat 20s on
Dude, yeah.
on Hadhod and Buell.
That was
So when you pulled 2 of them out, one of the apparitions was going to disappear.
Yep.
And with it returning back to him, I wanted to give him a 2nd level armor of Agathis, which would have been 10 additional 10 temporary hit points, and each time he would have taken melee damage, he would have returned 10 damage.
We would have been dead.
And so yeah, I was like, I shouldn't do that.
That's funny.
Not only should I not give him more health, I should not kill them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like living. It was cool.
Dude, I was waiting for. I was like, dude, I wasn't even gonna be surprised if one of us would have perished in this venture, but thankfully we all.
How many times did you? There was multiple times you guys just let yourself get hit by his sweep because he was sweeping his giant mace and smacking both of you. If you had just had if you had flanked him, you would have gotten advantage on the attacks.
Rule number
And you
1
both
of
wouldn't have
WoW
gotten hit.
raids: get out of the goo. If you see like a little arc appear, you gotta get out of the way.
Yeah.
Bro,
Exactly.
They were not doing that. They were sleeping on it.
bro, Valor
Yeah,
was hanging out with a
sleeping.
boggle, dude, going.
50 DKP minus.
Bro, speaking WoW stats to me, dude.
But yeah, I liked that fight. I thought it went pretty well, although I did feel like it could have
You
been
would
harder.
say it went quite swimmingly.
I mean, yeah, it could always be harder.
I mean, always, but I don't know. I
Hey.
didn't feel like there was quite enough tension as there should have been for a final fight.
Oh,
but
I was pretty
just me.
tense, bro. I don't know. Maybe I didn't convey that enough. I was pretty nervy.
How much health did you have at the end? How much health did everyone have by the end?
I had dude. Buell had 10. I had like
All the
26.
I was not getting hit with anything. I literally only took damage from face planting, walking off the.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
I
think-
had 20. I had 22 out of 20. Out of 52.
Yeah, we were getting pretty chopped, and I think if we wouldn't have like started getting those things like that's where like it was concerning for me was like if we didn't get those shackles out, then it would have gotten real stupid. It is getting mad late though, so I don't want to keep us any longer necessarily.
Sorry for showing up late.
No, it's all
No,
good.
you're good, David.
Do your thing.
You're
Sometimes
good.
shit
Yeah,
happens.
we're glad you showed up at the end.
Yeah, no,
We
Yeah,
had
yeah.
to
glad
make
you're here.
our pilgrimage to Freddie M's. We had to go to Freddie M's.
Freddie M's, dude. No, I just want to say my last
Yeah.
kind of thing. Kind of give everyone an opportunity to ask the last questions or say their last things. But I did like I always enjoy like Connor does a good job of this. Is like the cause and effect, and I did like coming out to see Gordon and like having been like, oh shit, like things were happening while we were down there, and that like obviously they warded off the fight, but it was cool to like kind of see that like okay, like thankfully we were down there doing something. Thankfully that I'm sure it was probably during that hour that we were lost in the Doral Woods that they were like freaking setting fire to the fields, dude. But
No, like,
Yeah.
I like that. I like the cause and effect, dude. I always like, or not cause and effect, but like the simultaneous kind of world
Yeah, where
kind of-
things happen when you're not there.
Yeah, exactly. And I guess in a way cause and effect, because if we would have done that, Gordon would have perished. Had we not killed Dorman or
Gordon would have got nuked.
Yeah.
New from orbit.
Dormammu would have bargained.
something I something I want to do differently for my next campaign. Well, campaigns in the future really is I got this game called Road Warden, and I really love how this game sets up like the wild in it. It's kind of a similar like almost low fantasy, but it's got all the fantastical creatures as well. But every like the wild is so lethal because of all of these like griffins and like and owlbears and shit like that, where everything is super lethal if you are outside of a city. And so you have to be extremely equipped. And yeah, that's something I kind of want to like implement into my games. It's just like if you're outside of a city, shit gets rough, and you need to be prepared.
Bro, homebrew your own little section of a world or something, bro. Make it happen.
Well, no, I absolutely I don't plan on not setting my games in Wild Mount because it takes up so much off of me, and I can just change names if I need to.
So you are not, or you will?
I will.
Oh, you're gonna okay. And it's just
I'm pretty much just using the map. I'm pretty much just using the map.
That also that helps for sure. So.
And then some kind of back to explaining what the pistol did is like the idea for how the crit worked. I kind of took that from Darkest Dungeon, where not only does it crit double damage, but you also deal max damage. And so if you like do a D8 on a crit, you would just deal 16 damage.
That's kind of like how I was explaining crits. I'm pretty sure when I was homebrewing some stuff, like dealing max damage instead of like roll. Like, you have there's multiple options you can do it, but
yeah, just so that crits feel a lot better when you do get them, because you don't low roll and then you're like, oh well, shit.
Yeah, I roll. Do
like
one
either that.
Two, or
you could either go double. Well, in my mind, I could either go like double damage, time and a half, or you just deal max damage, which might not necessarily feel as great as just having the super highs, but yeah, I'll have to test that out next time.
There you go. As the DM, you can do anything you want in terms of the way you want to rule things. So, it's pretty cool. All right, boys. Anything last minute for each other or for the DM before we sign off here and call it an arc?
Yeah. I'm good.
Anyone
got any questions?
That was fun.
Yeah.
Good times.
That was a good
Good
time.
times all around.
Hey Jared, and if I'm ever not in one of your games, I would love to. If you want to help designing combat, I'm absolutely willing to.
Oh, I see. Yes, sir. Bro, Tailspire, man.
Tailspire like this. World ain't ready for that.
Yo.
Bro, what'd you say?
Signing off.
Bro, Fan just said like this.
I said,
World ain't ready.
I said these two like this.
Oh, I thought
the world ain't ready for that.
Bro, all I heard was this like this. I said, what?
Bro, the DMs like this.
Bro, dude. Yes, sir. No, dude, Tailspire makes combat freaking like really enjoyable. The 3D kind of scale you can do with Tailspire is awesome. So
I just hope that they can allow you to rotate things on the Y-axis and not just like the X-axis.
Yeah, they'll keep making it happen.
Yeah.
But
anyway,
I'm glad there's mod support. That definitely has uplifted it in terms of just minis and stuff. So
absolutely.
But hey, that's all the time we have for the night. It's already mad late. If you can't tell by how droopy Todd's eyes are, dude, that man is dying. But
that man's drooping.
Bro, I'm drooping. I've been yawning, bro. It's been a day. But hey, Nathan, awesome freaking arc, dude.
Thank you,
Cameron.
Dude, banging.
So sorry
we miss
to see you go.
We miss you, man.
So early, dude. We'll get you in again.
07.
David, first time playing with you, man. That was a good time, dude. That was good. That was awesome.
It was a blast. Thank you.
We'll get you back in at some point down the road. Todd, you're a fucking normie, dude. You're a fucking regular, bro. So, but always a pleasure to have you, brother.
So I'll be more engaged the next ones. It's just this I got caught in the middle of a life catastrophe.
Dude,
in
no,
the middle of doing
literally,
this, so-
no, yeah, hey, just fuck, yo, yeah, quick shout out to David who still showed up as best he could for all the shit that he endured. So we appreciated the effort. And honestly, you know, it's just at the end of the day, we take it real seriously, but it is just a game, and obviously life things are pretty important, especially for taking care of like family and stuff. So no worries with that. But yeah, that's it. Journey to the Outskirts. That's all it's been. We will just keep an eye out on the Twitch schedule for upcoming sessions, upcoming arcs, upcoming stuff. Hey, check out any and all previous episodes of this arc, of arcs we've run in the past at the YouTube channel. But that is all we have for you tonight, and we'll catch you all next time. See you later.
All right. Good night.
Wow.